Hello po mga kababayan, kamusta po kayong lahat? And once again, welcome back to another episode of Simply Talkies Vlog, your underrated vlogger. So ang pag-uusapan natin mga kababayan at kaibigan is all about my ninong, si President Bongbong Marcos Jr. The unbothered president. So eto po, dalawang article and then meron po tayong ipapanood na video sa inyo. Malamang karamihan po sa inyo napanood na ito, lalong-lalo na po yung mga Marcos supporters or Marcos loyalists at siguro po tumulo ang inyong mga luha. At the very end na po yun, no? So, bago po tayo magsimula mga kababayan, ipiplex ko lang po yung Haya Nature Resort. For more details, punta lang po kayo sa kanilang Facebook page at ganun din po, tayo po ay magbibigay pugay sa ating lahat, sa lahat ng ating channel members at ganun din po sa lahat po ng ating followers, subscribers, nanonood ng ating mga videos. Maraming salamat po ulit sa inyo and may God bless you all. So unahin natin mga kababayan, ito pong article sa Manila Bulletin. Actually itong dalawang article natin galing sa Manila Bulletin. Maraming salamat po sa Manila Bulletin. Unahin natin yung November 18. No? Kasi po merong napaka-importanting sinabi ang ating unbothered President, PBBM, si Ninong. No? So ito po, no need to forgive those who cause families exile. Sabi po ng Pangulong PBBM. So sa Tagalog, hindi na kailangan pang patawarin, no, ang mga tao o grupo o ilang tao na nagdulot ng exile ng pamilya nila. Saan ba sila na exile? Diyan po sa islands of Hawaii. No? So ito po yung nilalaman ng balita. President Marcos believed he does not need to forgive anybody for what happened to his family in 1986, as he never blamed anybody for his father's ouster that led to their exile to Hawaii. So ibig lang sabihin nito, no? Let's move on. Yes, maybe he will not forget the past. He learned from it, but he's moving on. Probably his family too, or maybe some of his family members. But probably may isa dyan na hindi makamove on. Di ba mga kababayan? So sa Tagalog lang, ang pagkaka-interpret ko nito, hindi ko na kinakailangan pa o naniniwala ang ating ninong na unbothered President PBBM na sa kanya hindi ko na kailangan pang i-blame o patawarin sila because it happens. Kumbaga, it is what it is. That's part of the history. No one can change that history, tulad ng sinasabi ng mga ilang grupo na kabilang pa rin doon sa mga grupo na nagpatalsik sa kanila noong 1986 that when he becomes president, it will be a revision of history. No. Ilang buwan na pong presidente ang ating Pangulong BBM? 18 months. Nangyari na ba yung sinasabi ng mga grupo na gumago sa kanila na i-revise niya ang history natin? They never touches it. Diba? Wala nangyayari. Hindi niya hinuutusan ang National Historic ba yan? Commission? Baguhin niyo yung naisulat sa libro. No? Otherwise, pinatanggal niya na yan. Baguhin niyo. Hindi. Kundi, dadagdagan lang natin. Because, sabi natin, history are written by victors mostly, but also the losers because it should be noted also on the history. Tulad nung kay Lenlen. Paano natalo si Lenlen? Diba? Ano yung kaganapan nung 2016? Ganon po. Pero sa kanya, naniniwala siya. Hindi na kailangan niya. Ano pa ang magagawa niyan? Nandito naman na kami. Nandito na ako, naging presidente na ako. Senadora na si Amy. Diba? Nakabalik na kami sa power. Pero, sa aking opinion, he learned from it. He will not abuse his power. At sinabi niya na rin dyan, he is cautious. No, yung sa mga taong nakapalibot sa kanya. Kasi, yung kanyang ama na traidor. At isa nga dyan ay mga closest friends nila. On the inner circle, ika nga, nung kay King Arthur. So ano pa? 'Di ba? Kumbaga sa kanya, wapakels na ako dyan. It's part of the history. All we have to do is move on. We don't have to dwell in the past, but we have to move to the future or to the present. Sorry, to the present. What is present right now? He is the president. I'm moving on and I'm pushing on the interest of the nation. Yung po yan. And towards unity. Okay? Yan. Ano sabi niya? In an interview with reporters on November 17, the president said he does not take what happened personally. Walang grudge. Ika nga, redneck. Hillbilly. Kumbaga yung mga term dito, no? Wapakels. Pero masakit sa kanya yan. But, probably, he moves on, he knows to forgive them personally. Alam niya na magpatawad, madali na siyang magpatawad. Kaya, walang grudge sa kanya. Hindi tulad nung isa doon. O sabihin na natin, yung kanyang ate. So, he does not need to forgive the people who caused his namesake father's ouster. Quote, I don't need to forgive them. I never blame them for. Ganon ang, that's how things happen. If they truly believe what they were, hindi na. I think siguro by now, I hope by now you have realized hindi ako na may personal. Correct. Di po ba? Walang masamang tinapay kay BBM. Kung na may personal si PBBM, baka yung isa dito, pinadampot na. Yung mga sumisira sa kanya, dinimanda na tulad nung ginawa ni Castro. Di ba? O kaya na may personal tulad ng mga previous presidents. Di ba? Kinakasuhan yung mga sinundan nilang presidente o yung mga taong gumawa ng mali sa kanila. Di po ba? Walang personal lang kay Ninong PBBM. Di po ba? This is a classic example of napaka-low-key nito, mapagpatawad ito. Bibihira po yan. No? They don't need my forgiveness. If they want it, I will give it to them. So easy. Di po ba? Napakadali. Kaya nga mostly gustong-gusto siya. Even the Dilawans. Ang mga Dilawans, mga kababayan at kaibigan, yung mga nilabanan natin nung panahon ni Pangulong Duterte, they were amazed and puzzled kung paano po magtrabaho si Ninong PBBM. May unbothered president. Yung mga political analyst na magagaling sa mga dilaw, no? I will not mention names. Just watch their blogs, their podcasts, no? Makikita niyo. They were so puzzled and amazed how the sitting president right now solved the problem. How he tries to be so, yung hindi naman pinapakitang sobrang galing, yung nandun lang siya sa middle, but he gets the jobs done. O the jobs done. He get the job done. Di po ba? Magaling eh. Yung iba po na magagaling ng mga political analyst na dilaw, naaamay sa kanya eh. Kaya nga din ninyo, walang gaanong dilaw na bumabati ko sa kanya. Even Trillanes, di ba? He is siding with PBBM. I don't know the interest or the motive of Trillanes, pero may motibo siya eh. Maybe pinapabango niya ang sarili niya, meron siyang gustong mangyari sa 2025 or 2020. Di ba? Because if you are a Dilawan right now, you are anti-Marcos and you keep batting in or uttering words against this government, lalong masisira ang partido mo. Even though sabi mo kumalas ka na dyan, no? It will still reflect on your party. Di ba? President Marcos acknowledged that the EDSA People Power Revolution in 1986 resulted from people fighting for their beliefs. O yun ang paniniwala niya. If this is what they believe that they should do, then hindi lang nagpareho yung aming pag-iisip o paniniwala. O correct. Tama nga naman. Ipaglalaban ko yung aking paniniwala. Pinaglaban nila yung kanilang paniniwala. Ganyan ang naging resulta. Di ganyan. O di ba? Kumbaga, ikaw ang nanalo eh. Hindi tayo magkasundo, pero mas pinanigan ka ng ibang tao kaysa sa akin, naniwala sa'yo. Di ganun na lang. Ganun. Kumbaga, okay. Winner takes it all. Losers go home. Di ba? Kung may nangyari na yun, nangyari na yun. Pero sa kanya, wala siyang grudge. Wala sama ng loob. He's moving forward. Pero yung isa, yung nakakatanda, I believe, sa aking opinion, nag-hold pa rin ng grudge. there is still a small amount of grudge. Look at how she handled things. She's anti-American because she believes the Americans, yung tinraidor sila, which is totoo naman. Di po ba? Friendship nga noon si Pangulong Apula kay Ronald Reagan. O, nangyari? Sino nagdala sa kanila sa Hawaii? Imbis na sa paniki, dun sa bayan nila. Noon magsiswimming lang daw sila noon. O. Di po ba? Tama, mali. That's what life. Well, at least my life, that's what it's like. That's what it is about. Sa buhay niya. Tama naman. Hindi naman tayo pareho ng paniniwala. Minsan, hindi rin tayo pareho ng takbo ng buhay. O tulad nung ate niya. Yung ate niya gumawa ng pelikula. It's all about her. O doon sa unang pelikula, di ba, napasama pa si PBBM ba yun? Yung sinabing, wala kang ginawa, kundi ikaw ay magparty lamang. Ano ang alam mo? Di ba? Have you not realized that? Isang patutsada yun sa ating ninong na PBBM, the unbothered president. Oo, maraming natuwa sa inyo. Dahil nakita nyo yung other side of the story of the Marcos family. But sa akin, I come to realize, isa yatang patama yan sa aking unbothered president. You haven't, maybe you did not realize it, but that the story of her older sister, it's her story. Di po ba? Sa atin, tuwan-tuwa tayo, pinalakpakan natin, ganun pala si Bongbong. But do you think it is just another, ganun sa kanyang second, sa kanyang second sibling? Oh, di ba? Alam niyo naman yung panganay, sa pangalawa, laging naggaganunan niya. Tingnan nyo how distant, sa akin lang, how distant is the older sister to the family. O di ba yung sinasabi pa nga dyan, may nagpalabas ng na sinabi niya daw na, chismis to, pero merong video kasi. But I still say daw, na one loyal friend is worth more than 10,000 relatives. What does it tells you? What does it tells you? Diba? Well, it might be true. But still, relatives. Wala na sa kanya yung blood thicker than water. No? It doesn't hold up to her. No? Maybe she doesn't believe to that saying, but she believes the other saying, that one loyal true friend is worth more than 10,000 relatives. Nandiyan po yung research niya. Si Euripides ba nagsabi nun? Diba? Pero kay Bongbong, wala yun. Ibahin nyo ako dun sa ate ko. And take note, sa lahat po ng mga kaso, ng mga civil lawsuit, bibihirang masama ang pangalan ng ate. Parang itsupera, maski na sa kaso. Di po ba? O ayan lang na-compare lang natin yung ate ng bayan ninyo kung kay Bongbong. Pero ako po, I still like the attitude of Bongbong. Kasi wapakels. Parang, hindi naman sa pareho kami ng ugali, pero para bang, don't bother me, I don't bother you. Walang pakialaman. Diba? Kung may sama ako ng loob sa iyo, I will tell you. Kung ikaw na may masama ng loob sa akin, mingi ka ng tawad, papatawarin kita. It's so easy for us to forgive. No? Yung magbigay ng kapatawaran. Because it is what it is. It is what we are. No? Kung alam naman nating humingi ng tawad, sincere naman, then why not? Then sasabihin na natin yung sinabi ni Sarah na, I let it go to the Lord. Parang si Dilima, di ba? Bahala na ang Diyos ang magpatawad sa kanya. Nek mo, ikaw muna ang magpatawad bago ang Diyos. O, di ba? O, yan sinabi niya. No need. No need to forgive because there's nothing to forgive. Pinaglaban lang nila ang kanilang pinaglalaban at ganun din, pinaglaban ko ang aming pinaglalaban, pero, ayun, pinaglaban nila ang kanilang paniniwala, ganun din ako, pero sino nanalo? Sila. O, talo kami. Pinalayas kami. Ganun lang. No grudges. Tingnan nyo, kung titingnan nyo yung persona ni Bongbong, he's parang happy-go-lucky. No? Hillbilly nga, redneck. Yung redneck, hindi yung hindi masamang redneck. Kumbaga, walang pakialam. Hillbilly. Ganun. Hillbilly. No? Now, another article dito sa Manila Bulletin. Ito po. No, after ng LA, tumakbo po silang papuntang Hawaii. Ayan. Marcos and revisiting Hawaii after his family 1986 exile. It's a great place to be. Ayan. President Marcos doesn't want to get too sentimental about his return to Hawaii, which was home to the Marcos family after their exile from the 1986, and instead simply wants to visit old friends. Siyempre nga naman, kung ikaw din naman, yung mga nangyari nung kaganapan nung 1986 na yon, kasi ako po I think grade 6 ako noon no? Na grade 6 na ako noon. Nung February EDSA Revolution. Mag-graduation na ng grade 6 yun March. Pero nga siyempre, bata ka pa, 12 years old. Pero alam mo na yung nangyayari, no? Pero kami, we support the Marcoses, no? Parents ko, Marcos yan Okay? Now of course, Honolulu and Hawaii in general have different dimensions. Also because nga, that was the time that we were in exile. But that dimension is not some kind of, I don't know, full circle. No, it's not like that. Ang gulo mo. It's just really I want to go and see my old friends. These were the people who looked after us after 1986. Mamaya po malalaman ninyo, no? Dito sa bidyong ipapakita natin na inistorya niya po, no? Dito ini-interview pa lang siya. These were the people who fed us. They brought us clothes, they brought food. Kung hindi sa kanila, I don't know what will happen to us. It is to believe that Marcos was not able to visit the United States territory since 2012 because of contempt judgment against him, Mother Imelda, and the estate of Ferdinand Marcos Sr. by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit. Ayan po. So, ito pa po, dagdag natin mga kababayan. While the President said they were sad after the exile because they could not go back to the Philippines, they made very many friends. That doesn't detract from how kind we were treated, the hospitality we were afforded. So yes, of course, it's different in that sense, but it's just a kind of revisiting and just revisiting with really old friends who shared our difficult times together and helped lighten the load. I have to say, helped lighten the load for us in the time of exile. Their friends in Hawaii, where his own father died in 1989, occupy a special place in my heart. So 3 years after silang ma-exile, namatay si Apo Lakay. No? While others have already passed away, the President said he is already in contact with those who are still alive and asked them show up because I want to see you after so many years. I'm coming. Kumbaga, the British are coming. But sabi niya, PBBM is coming. No, aside sa pagbisita doon, may isa pong another purpose ang Pangulo. He was invited sa Indo-Pacific Command Center diyan po sa Hawaii. Okay? So, eto na po mga kababayan. Papapanood ko po sa inyo yung video courtesy of RTBM. Dito na lang po sa introduction kay Pangulong BBM at yung kanyang maiksing speech. Sana po, alam ko napanood nyo na to, tumulo ang inyong mga luha o yung nagkikwento siya. No, don't mind yung sinasabi ng mga ibang vlogger diyan, lalo na yung nandito na daw to, hindi na puno, nilangaw, I don't care. Nilangaw o napuno yan, I don't care. I still have my support for my president, for my ninong PBBM. Kung 10 ang nandyan, 10 iris. Bothered ba si presidente? Hindi. Kung isa lang, di isa lang. I don't care kung anong sasabihin ninyo. Does it affect him? Does it affect the national interests of our country? Does it affect how he handles the business of the country? Hindi. Kayo lang na mga inggitero, kayong mga usisero, at kayong mga malisyoso ang mga isip. Okay, so hopefully mga kababayan, hindi po kayo maiiyak ulit dito. Ako po, nung pinanood ko to nung una, tinitignan ko talaga yung facial expression ng Pangulo, bigla ako naluluha. Siyempre, di ba kung may nagkwento, may nagbabasa ng libro, di ba nai-imagine ninyo? Tapos yung nagkikwento, very emotional pa, very happy. Kasi depende po sa how they deliver their story. Minsan nakakatuwa, minsan nakakaiyak, minsan nakakapraning, minsan nakakagalit. So eto po, panoorin po natin ng sabay-sabay, no? Ang ganda po nito, nakakaiyak talaga. Yung istorya niya, no? Eto po.
Kababayan,
yung istorya.
Ikinararang kong
Eto po.
pakilala ang Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas, Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
team ng Department of Foreign Affairs sa kanyang pagpakilala, Secretary Ricky Manalo. Please take your seats. And let me say what I have waited very long time to say. Aloha. Alam nyo po, I'm sure that they have told you, we have just come from San Francisco in Los Angeles. San Francisco, we attended the APEC conference. At yung mga lahat ng bansa na nakapaligid sa Pacific Ocean and in Asia were there, and it was very important for us to be there. But on the way back, I was told, they said, we can fly directly from San Francisco to Manila. And I said, but Honolulu is in, Hawaii is in the way, on the way. So I said, we have to go down, we have to land in Hawaii. I have to say hello to all our friends in Hawaii, because Honolulu, Hawaii, holds the Filipinos and the Filipino Americans in Hawaii hold a very special place in my heart, as for all the wonderful experiences that we had here with our Filipino compatriots. That's why, generally speaking, when I come up to speak, I start by introducing our delegation that are here with me. But since this is a special place and it has holds special memories, I will turn it around a little bit. I want to introduce you to them. These are the people that kept us alive for 6 years. We landed here in Honolulu with nothing, My family was flown from Malacanang Palace to Hicam Air Force Base. And when we finally moved to Makiki Heights, kayong lahat, nakikita ko kayo, nandun kayong lahat. I know they were always there. We had nothing with us. They kept everything to inspect everything. These are the people who kept body and soul together of the Marcos family. When I tell this story, people do not quite believe me. But I tell them, you do not realize how close we became and how kind and how generous the people, the Filipinos, Americans in Hawaii were. PSC, mga PSC, dating PSC. Oh, kita mo? These are your predecessors. Ito yung mga dating presidential security. Hindi, ito mga naiwan na dito. Ito yung mga sumama sa amin. At they already found that pati po yung nag-entertain sa atin, si Florante. Matagal siya nandito. Lagi kami magkasama ni Florante nung nandito kami. And as I was saying, when I tell this story, people do not believe it. They do not quite believe it. But we landed here with nothing. Even ultimo yung damit namin, silang nagbigay. Silang nagpapakain sa amin. Pati yung mga appliance doon sa Makiki, silang nagdadala. At pagka kami nalulungkot, sila ang nagpapasaya sa amin. Kung hindi sa inyo, palagay ko, wala na yung pamilyang Marcos. Kaya hindi ko makakalimutan. On behalf of my entire family, wala na yung aking ama. But when my mother found out that I was coming to Honolulu, he said, you make sure that you go back to all of those people who went out of their way to keep us comfortable, to keep us alive, literally alive. And that is something that I will carry in my heart, that the Marcos family will carry in our heart. We tell our children about this and how wonderful you all were to us in the time that we were here. We could not have survived that very difficult period if not for you. And that's why when I was in San Francisco, I insisted we must pass by Hawaii, because even if I thank you every day for 1,000 years, it is not enough for all of the things that you did for us. Naalala ko tuloy yung mga ano sa Makiki, kung ano yung mga ginagawa. These are the leaders of the Filipino community. Yung iba wala na. Si Manong Joe wala na. Wala na, tumanda na tayo lahat, Manong. Naka-wheelchair na. But without you, siyang nauna, siya talaga. Ang sabi sa akin, when I first arrived here, kausap ko si Uncle Coco, your father. And I said, bakit nandyan yung Jolaso? Sino ba yan? Sabi niya, nako, kung hindi lang pangalan mo Marcos, mas loyalista pa sa Marcos yan kaysa sa'yo. At yan ang mga tumutulong sa amin. These are the people who really were that we as a family, we as individuals, owe a debt of gratitude that we will never ever be able to pay. But now it's time to go back and introduce to you ang ating mga kasama dito sa delegasyon natin. Kasama po natin ang Speaker ng House of Representatives, Speaker Martin Romualdez. Andito rin po ang ating kalihim ng Department of Trade and Industry.
So yan po, no, mga kababayan, nakita nyo paano nag-reminish ang ating unbothered president, no, si Ninong. At nakita nyo, he's holding his tears. Kaya ako nga po, naiiyak, pasensya na kayo, naluluha ako. Kasi yung pagkakakwento niya, nakita nyo, no, kasi I was only on my 6th grade, 12 years old ako niyan. Medyo wapakils ako noon Nung alam ko nangyayari, napapanood po namin yan sa TV, sa kapitbahay, saka sa mga radyo yan. Lagi nga tinutugtog yung magkaisa noon na awitin Yung magkaisa. Kaya nga noon, nasa ulo namin yan kasi palagi po, no? Hanggang sa manalo si Kurikong, yan pa rin yan. Gumaganong-ganong pa rin sila. Mali pala. Tinan niya, nasanay ako sa ganun gumaganong-ganon sila. Sarap nga pagbabatukan yan ngayon No, kami niya, no, naku, nanalo si Cory, wala na Marcos, tuwan-tuwa yung mga ibang classmate ko, kasi mga anti-Marcos, kami naman, tahimik lang. Sabi ng tatay ko, kayo makikialam dyan, baka anong mangyari sa inyo, basta silent lang tayo. Ayun, nalulungkot mga parents ko dyan, kasi nga, mga Marcos loyalist ang parents ko, but I'm not claiming a loyalist, kasi pag nag-claim ka ng loyalist ngayon, you will be scrutinized, but for me, I'm supporting the current administration. At ito po ang kinikwento ni Apo BBM, even though na tayo ay musmus pa lang yan, pero if you have this imagination, paano po ang tulong na ginawa ng mga kababayan nating itong mga nasa Hawaii? Kudos po sa inyo. Kaya nga sabi po ni Apo BBM, kung wala yung mga taong tumulong sa kanila noon, wala na ang Marcos. So therefore nakita niyo. And mostly are these Ilocanos sa norte. So that's why they knew how the Marcoses family are. So that's why they pour in help. So grateful po ang Pangulo. Sabi niya kahit na ilang daang taon pa akong magpasalamat sa inyo. Pero kung hindi man ako bibisita dito, baliwala rin. So sa akin maraming salamat po sa lahat ng mga kapwa natin Pilipino na nandyan sa Hawaii na nanatiling loyalist sa mga Marcos. Through thick and thin. Nakita nyo si Manong Joe. Naka-wheelchair siya ba po ba? Yung correct me if I'm wrong. Nandyan. Yung mga old PSG. Nandun. Diba? Their loyalty remains. Yan ang mga totoong loyalista. Kahit na ano pang sabihin ninyo, ayan ang totoong loyalista. Hindi yung mga nagpre-pretend na loyalista lang. Eto, kahit na ano pang sabihin ninyo, tong mga to, they will take a bullet for a Marcos. Yan ang loyalista. Kayo ba? Kayong mga nagsasabing loyalista kayo. Are you willing to take a bullet for the family? Di po ba? Meaning, are you willing to risk your life to let this family live? Kasi naniniwala kayo na sila ang nagmamahal sa bayan at sa kapwa Pilipino. Yan po yan. Yan ang kwento dyan. Ang dami pong nag-stay na loyalist, sumama sa pamilya Marcos dyan. At the same time, may mga loyalist na dyan. Yan ang kwentong gustong iparating ni PBBM. And kung hindi kayo, sorry. So yan lang po mga kababayan. No? Kayo po, ano po yung masasabi? Comment down below. And don't forget to like and share. Bye-bye. God bless.